health, performance, and security of your network supports your overall equipment effectiveness, your OEE. Introducing Operational Network Effectiveness, one from Agilix Solutions. One evaluates network health and performance and device security posture. Stay tuned as we highlight several network best practices.
My name is Ted Davis. I'm the Industrial Networking Specialist at Agilix Solutions. Are you spending too much time troubleshooting your industrial network issues? There are three components that we use to help avoid industrial network issues: the IP address, the subnet mask, and the IP gateway. The IP address is the first component in the industrial network design. It's usually the first indicator in a network outage of how easy you have made it to troubleshoot a network. The IP address has all four of the goals of a reliable plant network in it: reliability, scalability, maintainability, and the ability to secure the traffic on the industrial network. The private IP address that I like to use, and it's easy to explain, is the 10.0.0.0 address space. If we take the example of 10.10.10 and then dot whatever, the 10 says I'm in a private IP address space, the first 10. The second 10 tells me I'm in building 1. The third 10 tells me I'm in line 1 in building 1. This makes it easy to correlate, and I'm in a troubleshooting exercise. The VLAN is also a way that the networking equipment segregates ports that are to be correlated to an IP address. I always like to make the VLAN match the numbering scheme of the IP address. Picking the right IP address so that when you're in the middle of an outage, you can correlate the building, the line number, the device type, and make it match up with the IP address that you're trying to troubleshoot, simplifies the troubleshooting process, and it makes it easier to identify the problem and then also recover from the problem. The second component is the subnet mask. The subnet mask is basically the number of devices that's within the IP address domain. The easiest way to think of it is the size of the box of all the IP addresses that we're dealing with. I like to use a /24. It's a common subnet mask. It usually fits all the processes that are within the industrial networking space. If I stay consistent with the /24 across my industrial process, it's very easy to identify whether it's been correctly configured or not. Picking a smaller subnet mask, /24, and it keeps the noise out of the process of other devices communicating, which can affect our communication within that process, will allow us to quickly determine and quickly isolate why the communications is not occurring. The final component is the IP gateway. The IP gateway is the device that has the address that allows the communication outside of the process. Easy way to think of it is it's the door into the room. We only define the IP gateway on devices that require what we call external process communication. It could potentially be a HMI, and it could also be if we have an internal server to the process where it would need to talk outside to share the data that it's collected during actual process execution, or if we're downloading a new recipe into the process. Outages are very expensive. Usually they're measured in thousands of dollars per hour, if not tens of thousands. It costs you product, it costs you revenue, and it also costs you the time to recover from that outage. There's also the risk of capital investment on different equipment that could be exposed to the outage. And then also you have your employees working in what's a higher stress situation of trying to get recovered and back online. So you want to make it as simple as possible when you're in an outage to get back out. If any of these things sound familiar, you need a network assessment. Please contact us to get the process started.